Well, welcome to week 2, J210. This is going to be just a short overview of the part of the unit that we're in now. Basically, we're in the part of the unit that covers depth of field. This is what your discussion this week is going to be about. And if you've looked at any of your email yet this morning, you'll see that there's probably some mail in there with some more pictures about depth of field. It's very often that I send mail to you throughout the course of a unit just to give you some more ideas about what it is we're talking about. I'm always taking pictures, or I have thousands of pictures on my computer from the olden days, all right? And I always go through, I like spending some time over weekends and stuff looking at those pictures and manipulating them and doing fun things with them. And when I come across a good example of something that's related to the unit that we're on, I like to send that to you. So don't be surprised if I bombard you over the weekends with more mail, all right, giving you some examples. So this week I've just completed grading your icebreakers. They've really been fun, all right. You might have noticed for some of you I returned pictures, all right, and that's fun because I played around with them a little bit to kind of give you a preview of what we're going to be doing in Unit 2 and Unit 3. I talk a lot about enhancing photographs, all right, in the way I teach this course, and I think you're going to catch on to that and you're going to really like it. Then I talk a lot about depth of field, which is what this week we're stressing. Depth of field, real short, real down and dirty, is this. Say you're looking at a subject through your camera lens, you know, from front to back. Now I'm going to turn it sideways for you so you can see it. It's very difficult to get everything from front to back in focus, all right? It depends on a lot of features of your camera. It depends on the lighting. It depends on the focal length of your lens, that kind of thing. So that said, what I think is really cool is pictures that have a very shallow depth of field, that your subject right here, so a person's face, for example, is in focus, but everything in front and back of that person is out of focus, or particularly everything in back of that person is out of focus. And that's considered a very shallow depth of field because only part of the picture that's in focus is that person's face. And what that does is it really jumps that person's face out at you. So anytime you're taking a portrait or pictures of people, get in close, get it tight, zoom your lens, and what's going to happen is that the lens will focus on that person's face, and it's not able to focus on everything in the background, so you get a nice blurred background that's very attractive, and yet you get the face very sharp, which makes that person's face jump out at you. It gives a three-dimensional aspect to your pictures. So that's why I spent a lot of time talking about depth of field in this class. I think you're going to really enjoy catching on to that. Please stay up for the discussions every week. The purpose of classroom discussion is just like in a face-to-face class. All right, it's brainstorming. It's what it is. It's sharing information. It's brainstorming. It's not about being right or wrong or that kind of thing. It's about sharing. So grading, I should tell you this again, that it takes 4 posts to get 100. All right, 4 posts. If in doubt, just make sure you have 4 posts there, and you're automatically going to get 100. And I like it when you can respond to something I said, okay, in the form of podcasts or something. That's great. I'm not always in there in time. To be honest, sometimes I forget, all right, or sometimes some discussions aren't even appropriate for me to be there. There's nothing for me to say. So when in doubt, just make sure you get 4 posts in there. If one of them can be a response to me, that's super. If not, fine. Anytime you see a podcast from me in there, please listen to it and please respond. That's really, really good. I think that's it pretty much for this week. Stay on top of the discussions. Get out there. Be using your camera. Use your mail feature in Blackboard to ask me questions. I love questions. If you want to send me a random photograph to ask me what I think, do that, okay? Questions are great. Input's great. Feedback's great. Just, mail me, great. And get in the discussions, down and dirty. Make sure you do the readings. Make sure you look at the websites. This is J210 is it's an elective. I understand that, all right? It's probably not in many of your majors. You're going to get out of this class what you put into it. And I spent a lot of time trying to put plenty into it for you because I love it. I really do. I've done this my entire life, and I still do it and intend to continue doing it. Even in retirement, I'm going to be doing this, all right? So please enjoy the readings. Please follow the links. Look at the pictures. If you have questions, get a hold of me. And bottom line is, learn to enjoy photography, learn to enjoy visual communications. Have a good time in this class, okay?